Hi there everybody! In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to do this incredibly simple but still beautiful and effective border. So this is the mini ruffle border. So if you want to know how this looks around a big project, because I know sometimes when it's just done on a sample like this it can be tricky to get the full effect, I will leave a link in the description for a video that I shot a couple of weeks ago where I showed a finished project and I had used this border on it. So I will leave that link in the description if you want to see a full-size blanket with this border. But the mini ruffle border, it's really quick, very simple, and sometimes if you're a bit like me, when you get towards the end of a project you just want it to be finished, you just want it to be done, but you feel like it needs to have a border, then this is a really quick and simple one that you can just pop on, and it doesn't detract at all from what you've done. So if you've got a slightly elaborate blanket or even just a really simple one like a beautiful granny square, this border will work around literally any project, and your centre stays really nice and flat, but then you get this lovely texture all around the outside, so it's completely neutral as well. But I hope that you enjoy this tutorial. So first of all, it's an incredibly simple one. We are simply going to do a round of UK double crochets all the way around your project. So I've got my slip knot on my hook and I'm going to start in a corner. So obviously this is a granny square, but no matter what you're starting on, if you just start in a corner, it means that we can just get start at the same point and finish at the same point, and it just makes it a little bit easier. So slip knot on your hook, yarn over and pull up. You'll have 2 loops, yarn over, pull through both. So that is your first UK double. Obviously all of these will be single crochet if you're elsewhere. So then you're just going to work the entirety of your project. So work all the way along one edge doing your double crochet. So obviously if you haven't got nice tops of stitches to work into, then obviously space them out. If you've got treble stitches, then I tend to do 2 double crochets into the side of a treble stitch, so that tends to be enough to keep it nice and flat. But yeah, 1 UK double all the way along the side, and then I'll meet you at a corner just so you know how to do your corners to keep them nice and neat and sharp. When you get to your corner, you will do 1 double crochet into the corner space, chain 2, and another double crochet into the same space. So even if you haven't got really obvious corners like on a granny square, you will still have a corner space that you will do double, chain 2, and a double. But now if you just continue finishing off your round of double crochets, and I will meet you back where we started. And then just very quickly, once you get back to where we started from, you will do into your corner space, obviously where we joined at the very beginning, you will put a double crochet, chain 2, and then slip stitch into the top of that very first standing double crochet that we did. So you just slip stitch into there. So that is how you should be looking now. You should have some nice sharp and neat corners, and we are going to start the ruffle bit now. So it is, like I say, a super simple border. You're going to chain 3, and then you're going to put a double crochet into the next stitch along. So your next stitch you'll put a double crochet, chain 3, and in your next stitch a double crochet, chain 3, and double crochet in the next. And you've guessed it, you're just going to do that all the way along. So chain 3 and then a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, and you will work that all the way to your corner space where I will meet you in just a tick, and I will show you how to do your corner. So I'm at my corner space now. I've done my double crochet in that final stitch and I've chained up my 3, and then I'm going to be working into that chain 2 space. So I'm going to do my double into the chain 2 space, chain 3, and then back into that same chain 2 space I'll put another double, chain 3, and then I'm ready to start going back along the next side. So if you want to continue that all the way around now, and then we will close off together in just a second. So I've worked into that final double here and I've done my chain 3 and then I've got my chain 2 space. So as normal I will double crochet, chain 3 and double crochet back into that chain 2 space, and then I'm simply going to slip stitch. You can see there's a little gap there at the bottom of that beginning chain 3. I'm going to insert my hook in that, into that space. It's going to be a little bit fiddly, this bit. There we go, and slip stitch, so yarn over and pull through both. Chain 1, snip off and pull that tail out and tighten up. So then obviously all you need to do is sew in those ends, but you can see your work itself stays perfectly flat, but then you get these beautiful little mini ruffles all the way around the outside of your blanket. So it's just a really simple but effective way to finish off your project. But I really hope that you've enjoyed the tutorial, and if you have, then do remember to give it a quick thumbs up, and I will see you for another tutorial very soon. Bye for now.